On top of the morning. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. Y'all already know what it is. It's the bottom line. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. As usual, we made it another day, and that's all that matters. Y'all already know what it is. Let's get these, get that right. You see how fast I did it? Because I'm on point and I'm ready. Let's get it out the way. Y'all already know what we got to do. That's right. Wake up the pause, wake everything up. Because we made it here another day. And as long as I'm able to be here with y'all, I'm happy. This Thursday, February the 5th, 2025. You already know what it is. Y'all see it up there. Egg prices, they are soaring. It's going crazy out here. Egg prices are like $12 per carton. Bacon, egg, and cheese, it's like a delicacy nowadays. So everybody out there scrambling, literally, with pun intended, to try to make their meals and try to find out what they're gonna do due to the fact that we got this bird flu going around that made the prices go up like crazy. So yeah, we got another situation where Trump is sending the CIA buyouts for the entire workforce. He's trying to get rid of as many people as possible. Guess they got some other changes in other departments that they're looking to implement now. We also got Katt Williams. He purchased Fort McClellan, and he plans for production for a production studio. So y'all gonna see some stuff coming out of Katt. All that money he made off of that show that he did. All of these runs that he does. You know, Katt basically produces everything that he does in-house. Katt Pack Productions shoots everything. And that big viral video that he did this year didn't hurt because they got to pay with it way to deal with Katt right now. So he bought Fort McClellan and he plans on creating a production studio. We also got record egg prices. That's right. You see it up there. It's like the golden eggs at this point. Eggs are like $3 a piece at this point. We got record egg prices as we have tariffs as well as bird flu going on, which made these prices soar. We got a lot to get into, y'all. Hope y'all having a good day. Let's just get into it because we got a full clip. Hey, see the love. What's going on? Who's here? Who's here? Where y'all checking in from? Right now, we're going to get into these bacon, egg, and cheese prices because at this point, it's almost like the price of a bacon, egg, and cheese is almost the same price as gasoline or congestive pricing, especially in New York. Well, you know, we're big on BLTs and stuff like that.
And the yoke of eggflation is running down to your corner bodega.
All right, the satisfying sizzle of the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich costing more and more. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso shows us how store owners are scrambling to keep their customers.
Some are calling it eggflation, and how can you not when you see these prices? $11.99 for a carton of eggs.
So the prices have probably gone up about 250% just in the last couple of months.
The prices keep going up, and the shortage of eggs due to the bird flu isn't helping.
The prices have gotten out of control.
The classic bacon, egg, and cheese, a staple in many New Yorkers' diet, being affected. Some folks paying over $9 for their egg sandwich. How much do you pay for your bacon, egg, and cheese?
Like $7.
Would you pay $9 or $10 for it?
No.
Would you buy a bacon, egg, and cheese if it was $7, $8, $9, $10?
Never.
At John and Son's Deli in Brooklyn, a bacon, egg, and cheese is still $7. But co-owner Nicholas Laparno says he doesn't know for how much longer. In October, he ordered 60 dozen eggs and paid $125 at the time.
Now they're up to $385 on the previous order and now $425 on the last order. And we'll see what happens when I get another order on Thursday. So, sure, increasing as well.
And here in the Bronx at Yankee One Deli, the owner Jose says that he placed an order on Monday for 60 dozen eggs. He paid $460.
So they have no choice at this point but to raise the prices. $460 for some freaking eggs. What's up, Rena Love? How you doing? Royal Blue, good morning. Checking in from Boston. How y'all doing in Boston? What y'all eat in the morning? Do y'all eat bacon, egg, and cheese too in Boston? Stupid question, right? That's why I started it off with the bacon, egg, and cheese, because I know everybody wants breakfast, and that's like a staple. So I want you guys to know, look at these egg prices. It's crazy.
Years in business, never, I see the price of eggs like that is crazy.
Jose hasn't raised his prices on his bacon, egg, and cheese on a roll. You're still paying $6 here. However, you're only getting one egg instead of two.
Right now, I keep it the same price because people know I need to keep the price for my...
$6 for one egg. Y'all hearing this? This is crazy.
neighborhood because the people don't have no money right now. You know, it's crazy to raise the price.
But he says he may not have a choice but to charge more. Back to Brooklyn, Nicholas says he too may have to charge an extra 50 cents to $1.
We always try our best to keep our prices in line with everybody, but right now they've been skyrocketing, and it's something that I've discussed with the family about having to increase prices because food costs are just crazy at the moment.
All we can say, we hope New Yorkers don't find themselves scrambling to find a deal. In the Bronx,
Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing, scrambling to find a deal, because a lot of people, you heard what that other guy said. They said, if you had to pay that much for eggs, are you going to do it? $9 for an egg sandwich. How many people in the comments going to eat an egg, going to pay $9 for an egg sandwich? Let me know. If y'all got it like that, big ballers, shot callers, if y'all got it like that to spend $9 on a egg sandwich, y'all can go ahead and double tap that screen and give your boy some likes. But we're going to keep it moving right along because we got another situation with this attorney general that Trump just put in. We're checking in from Boston. Okay, no way. Rena said no way. She ain't paying that price. Y'all double tap that screen. We got a situation with the attorney general now. She's halting federal funds to sanctuary cities. As you know, New York, Boston, San Francisco, Los Angeles, I think San Diego, and like a couple of other cities have been really stern on pushback and, you know, looking out for the illegal immigrants and making sure that people don't come into their city and take them out of there. So now guess what? I was always wondering, what can the Fed do in order to push back against what they're doing with these sanctuary cities? Well, a lot of these sanctuary cities, they receive money, federal funding. And now with Trump's new attorney general, she's going to halt their federal funding. So now she's kind of like forcing them to roll with the punches, or you don't have the funding. And what are you going to do? Exhaust the city funding that you're getting from the city? You're not going to be able to have enough money to move, and even like transit and stuff like that, or different things you're going to need that money for. So they're really pressing down right now on sanctuary cities. And what they're doing is they're trying to do away with them. If you really think about it, they're saying that sanctuary cities only are effective for people that are hurting the economy as well as the government when it comes down to illegal migrants, as well as all of the SA and different things that they're doing too. So check this out. She just got sworn in yesterday. It's been official by Clarence Thomas, and she's already implementing major administration things.
He's sworn in today as Attorney General.
All right, one of her first directives ordering the Justice Department to pause funding for sanctuary cities, a list which, of course, includes New York City. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso live in Midtown with what this could mean for New York. Jessica.
Stephen, Natasha, that's right. She is not wasting any time and has put out a memo which essentially says that sanctuary cities and states that do not cooperate and interfere with enforcement operations will not be getting any federal funding. As you just said, New York City is a sanctuary city and it does not cooperate with ICE and deportation proceedings. Now, take a look. This is the 3-page. That's right. She is not wasting any time and has put out a memo which essentially says that sanctuary cities and states that do not cooperate and interfere with enforcement operations will not be getting any federal funding. As you just said, New York City is a sanctuary city and it does not cooperate with ICE and deportation proceedings. Now, take a look. This is the 3-page memo. It says state and local actors may not impede, obstruct, or otherwise fail to comply with lawful immigration-related directives. Bondi has also directed a 60-day pause on distribution of funds as they identify and evaluate all funding agreements with non-governmental organizations that.
So also what they're going to do is they're going to be cutting all the funding for anything that has to do with migrants, anything that has to do with sanctuary cities, anything that has to do with anything. I'm talking about everything federal that has to do with sanctuary funding. They're shutting it down. What you guys think about that? Yeah, they're not playing out there. Brittany said, Good morning, y'all. Brittany, where you tapping in from? Back to business. Paul said back to business. Marielle, how you doing? Paul Salsa, we need no sanctuary cities, America, period. That's what Paul said.
Provide support to, quote, illegal aliens. According to the think tank Center for Immigration Studies, in 2023, the DOJ provided $1.56 billion in funding to sanctuary cities. The U.S. Committee for Refugees and Immigrants, a not-for-profit international organization dedicated to addressing the needs and rights of refugees and immigrants, says.
So what they really trying to do is cut off the resources because they feel like they don't even want to be paying the money for things that have to do with illegal illegal migrants. They don't want to give money for the hotels. They don't want to pay that $14,000 on that food stamp card that we real people know about when it comes down to that. The debit cards that they were giving out in sanctuary cities. It takes away from the people that actually live in the cities and should be benefiting from it. So the federal government is taking that money back. Like, no, if you guys want to give that money to them, we're not giving you anything. And it's pushing the governors and the mayors of these cities to do what they want them to do. William Stanford said, God bless President Trump. Brittany said, that's right. Brittany up here like this, like, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Such actions could disrupt critical programs funded by federal dollars, including public safety initiatives, disaster relief, housing support, and healthcare services. These cuts are not just an attack on immigrants.
So it says U.S. Committee for Refugees and Immigrants. So all of that money is going towards the committees and refugees, immigrants, and things of that nature. And now, they're pushing back, saying that such actions could disrupt the critical programs funded by the federal dollars, including public safety initiatives, disaster relief, housing support, healthcare services. These cuts are not just to attack the immigrants, they are assault on the well-being of every resident in these cities. We would have to look into that to make sure that this statement is true, because this is just a statement that came from someone. But from what I'm seeing, I don't totally agree with this myself. I don't totally agree with this at all.
They are an assault on the well-being of every resident in these cities. Here's Randy Zellin, former prosecutor.
It's not simply you're a sanctuary city, you get no money from mom and dad. What I understand it to mean is that if you are a sanctuary city, and from this point going forward, you do anything to obstruct or impair or impede the Trump administration's efforts to enforce its immigration policies, if you get in the way of ICE, if you do anything to make it difficult for the administration, at that point, you will be subject to having your funding cut off.
So now with all these sanctuary mayors, like Mayor Johnson in Chicago, we had pushback in the beginning by Mayor Adams, but we know why he's not pushing back anymore, because he wants to make sure they wipe out all of that, the entire case that they have against him. Let's just keep it a band over here. Y'all know what it is. This is the bottom line, so I'm gonna tell you the truth. And then we got all these other politicians and stuff that want to make sure that their funding is not cut off. So now they're like, man, how are we gonna keep on taking care of these immigrants? You're gonna start seeing a lot of fading, a lot of people getting quiet. All these politicians are gonna be like, man, what can we do? Nothing. Nothing. You can really do nothing. Nothing. You're selling rack and doing nothing. 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 I got the voice for the record and the voice for the beat. All of that together make the round beat. So listen up to the... That's that Dougie Fresh, y'all.
It is unclear how this will affect New York City. We know the mayor has been speaking with ICE, and the NYPD has been assisting ICE with those migrants with a criminal record. We know Mayor Adams will be in D.C. tomorrow attending a national prayer breakfast where President Trump will also be in attendance.
Where President Trump will also be. You see a lot of shadowing going on by Mayor Adams, huh? You guys notice that? You guys notice that? I'm not trying to say it's a bad thing. If you were being looked at for criminal charges, you might as well hang out with the president, because they did it to the point where he didn't even have to get a pardon. The case didn't even come up. So Trump's like, we're going to wipe that out before it get there. But you know what I'm going to need y'all to do? I'm going to need you to open the door and let me in and let Tom Holman do what he got to do, my friend. And Adams is like, oh, is that all you want me to do? Got you. Think about it, y'all. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong, y'all. You can't pour syrup on making pancakes, because as soon as you bite into it, it's still All right, Timothy S. said, Wilson, it's not true. He said no. Timothy said no, it's not true. Paul Sinclair said, hello. What's up, Paul? Paul South. Where you tapping in from, Paul South? Brittany said, morning, Paul. Paul's in there. All right, good morning. Dr. Mummy, what's popping, Doc? Brittany said, William, hopefully Vance will be able to carry it through after after his term. He only got 4 years, right? We only got 4 years. President is working hard for the American people. You're correct. There you go. No lies, no lies. There we go. There we go. He is working hard in 17 days. You guys are being so angry, and so he's doing this all in 17 days. So it's a lot going on.
We have also learned the mayor will be testifying before the House Congressional Oversight Committee on Sanctuary Cities on March 5th. Now back to Bondi and her directives. She has set up a group, the so-called weaponization group, to investigate those who have investigated President Trump and have brought criminal.
I'm glad she's doing this right here, and I'm sorry to keep on cutting this off. But do you see this hotel right here? This is called The Row, and this is downtown in Manhattan. This is the hotel that all of the illegal migrants were staying at, that a lot of you probably could never even afford to stay at, myself neither. So this is like the slap in the face that I'm talking about. They're living like right downtown in these high-rise hotels that the city is paying, like, let's say, maybe at least about $300 a night for each one of those hotel rooms, coming out of the city's budget for people that ain't even from here.
Federal charges against the president. On that list, former special counsel Jack Smith, Manhattan.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to give y'all this too, because this overlapped right here. This is some other stuff that I want you guys to hear about that President Trump is doing. He's basically investigating those that were investigating him. Like Tish. Remember Tish? How hard she was going at him? What's the other one? The DA, Alvin Bragg? Yeah. Now we need to look into them. Watch this.
DA Alvin Bragg and New York State Attorney Letitia James. The mayor will be testifying before the House Congressional Oversight Committee on Sanctuary Cities on March 5th. Now back to Bondi and her directives. She has set up a group, the so-called weaponization group, to investigate those who have investigated President Trump and have brought criminal and federal charges against the president. On that list, former special counsel Jack Smith, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, and New York State Attorney Letitia James. That's the latest we have from Midtown tonight. I'm Jessica Formoso.
All right, y'all. So yeah, they're moving in a rapid pace, as you guys can see. Like I said, 17 days into the administration, and we got this going on. Hopefully, we can get something going on with them eggs, because I know y'all really hungry right now. Y'all saw those sandwiches that were being made, and I know y'all want something to eat. Y'all hungry, right? On another note, pretty somber. Hope y'all don't get up out of here, but I gotta let you know something that's happening. I might just do one more video before I get into that. So let me just get into the next one real quick before I hit y'all with that one. Check this out. What would y'all think about Joe Biden in a movie or with his own television show or something like that? Well, believe it or not, he got an agent. Yeah. Somebody actually wants Joe Byron, to come and be an actor, write books, and a Hollywood star. I have a question. How could he do that when he can't even walk straight? No disrespect. But for some reason, there's an agency out here that thinks that Joe Biden would be good as an actor. So they've actually hired him and taken him on. And President Trump had a couple of comments about this, but I thought it would be humorous for us to look into.
Taking Hollywood, signing with a major talent agency just weeks after leaving the White House, and President Trump had some thoughts.
What do you think about Joe Biden signing on with a talent agency?
You gotta be kidding. He signed on with a talent agency?
He does. He's got some entertainment agents now.
I think he's got bigger problems than that. I really do.
You heard that? It's always something behind it. The bottom line, y'all, he says one thing, but there's a hidden message under there. Yeah, I saw that, right? Check this out. It's fitting. Josh said it's fitting. Now, imagine he just come out. Remember, I don't know if y'all remember those shows where O.J. Simpson and the police officer, he had the white hair. They used to always mumble and bumble everything around. And O.J. Simpson used to always like fall downstairs and find himself in all of these crazy situations. I forgot the name of that movie, but it was like it was a spoof on detective stuff. That's something that he'll be good in. Having him falling out and all of that. What's the name of that movie, y'all? The Naked Gun. Y'all right. Yo, put Joe Biden in the next Naked Gun. That'll be hilarious. They might be onto something.
I think he's got much bigger.
And what I wanted to tell you guys is about the other part where he said, I think he might have bigger problems. because he might be bringing some other problems for him. Notice the humor at first. Body language, y'all, we pay attention. Notice the humor at first, and then notice how he was like, he may have bigger problems. I'm going to bring that back just so y'all can see it real quick. But he definitely went right into that.
What do you think about Joe Biden signing on with big talent agency?
You gotta be kidding. He signed on with a talent agency?
He does. He's got some entertainment agents now.
I think he's got bigger problems than that. I really do. I think he's got much bigger problems than that, but I wish him well.
Fox News contributor Joe Concha joins us now. Joe, good morning to you. That news caught Donald Trump by surprise. What do you think about it?
Well, I think you have to be kidding me, Carly, is something that I'm sure millions of Americans who probably uttered that when they heard that a talent agency signed Joe Biden. I mean, who probably spoke and performed less than any president of our lifetimes. And that's the question, right? What exactly is Joe Biden going to do for this talent agency? Who are they going to sign him with exactly? Because what is his talent at 82? So the thought process here is that probably, you remember the Yule log on Christmas Eve? They used to play here on Channel 11 here in New York. I think maybe they still do, but I think it is played across the country on Christmas Eve for people who have fireplaces. I think they're going to put Joe Biden on a beach and you just watch him sleep for hours on end, except they won't have to look at it. Literally, they can just film him. And I guess that's what the offering is going to be, because honestly, I have no idea what his talent is at this stage of his life at this point.
He also left office with record low approval ratings. You wonder, why would Hollywood think that this is a vendable commodity? Two potential hypotheses. Do you necessarily think this was part of an arrangement for Biden?
He said, the president did, that he would take a sledgehammer to government waste. It's why Elon Musk is running Doge. And to your point, Carly, there's also $15 million out of U.S. aid to, quote, advance diversity.
All right, so there's some stuff I have to let you guys know about too. I know I'm shifting the story from Joe Biden, but I kept on watching this video. And I want you guys to know what U.S. aid was actually putting money out for. What $15 million was going for. What another $6 million was going for in these crazy countries and what they was doing with this money. I gotta go here because I'm glad I scale this far, because I want you guys to see this. It's very important.
So far in 17 days at a pace that we've never seen before. He said, the president did, that he would take a sledgehammer to government waste. It's why Elon Musk is running Doge. And to your point, Carly, there's also $15 million out of U.S. aid to, quote, advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in Serbia's workplaces and business communities, because that's in the U.S. interest, right? Or $6 million to fund tourism in Egypt. What do they need our money for, right? I could go on and on. $2 million for sex changes and LGBT activism in Guatemala. All right, so there is serious waste there. It is run.
I mean, come on. Did y'all hear some of this waste that U.S. aid was giving out? They might have other larger things that they were helping out with, food and everything like that. But let's look at what they were paying money out to. And I'm going to hit y'all again because it didn't really make sense. And I got to make y'all hear what he said, where this money was going. Don't care about the network. I do not want to hear anything about Fox, because if the facts is true, the truth is the truth. Go check it on another network. Go check into the numbers and stuff like that before you beat me up about using Fox.
Communities, because that's in the U.S. interest, right? Or $6 million to fund tourism in Egypt.
Yes, $6 million to fund touring in Egypt. That's what U.S. aid was putting money out for. Real talk. So that's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that.
In Serbia's workplaces and business communities, because that's in the U.S. interest, right? Advance diversity, equity dollars out of waste. It's why Elon Musk is running Doge. And to your point, Carly, there's also $15 million out of U.S. aid to, quote, advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in Serbia's workplaces and business communities, because that's in the U.S. interest, right? Or $6 million to fund tourism in Egypt. What do they need our money for, right? I could go on and on. $2 million for sex changes and LGBT activism in Guatemala.
Do they need that money? Come on. Right. They finding it. Get it up out of there. And if you want to implement it again, do it in the more sound, resourceful way so they're not just messing up that money. What y'all think about this that's going on right now? I think it's just wasteful spending in certain areas. And now they're just, like they said, taking a sledgehammer to certain stuff. Don't go too crazy in the comments. I'm going to need y'all to be my co-host. So don't go too crazy within each other, because I'm going to need to talk back. We're going to have to go back and forth with each other. I appreciate that, guys. Oh, local things is up in here. What's up? What's up, local? Josh is up in here. What's up, Rick's Gaming, Paul South. We got Prince up in here. Price of eggs at $4.58. Where you live at? We have chickens here, not on Trump. Rick's Gaming said, bet you feel a little dumb after I tell you we're import less one of our eggs and it's domestic. So y'all doubt you know anything about how this works. Josh Johnson, here comes the Hunter Biden Eastern European action films. Local things, what's good? Trump will make eggs cheaper. Local things said, tricks exactly. Egg prices are not affected by tariffs at all. Yes, they are. LOL. They're going back and forth. Okay, y'all fighting. We stop the fighting, please. I need y'all to keep on going back and forth with me. I'm jealous. Now stop it. What we got in here? We got Clumsy Clunks. Clumsy Clunk said, I'm very progressive and I have zero interest in Biden's movie, but I bet you people will watch it. If it's the Naked Gun and he falling down steps, I'm watching it. I'm gonna keep on watching it.
All right, so there is serious waste there. It is run completely incompetently. And I think if many Americans, when they hear the types of things that USAID is spending money on, will gladly say, yeah, it's got to go. Let's replace it with something much more efficient that puts America first.
So just to be clear, you do not believe millions of people will die because we will no longer fund this DEI comic book in Peru and the transgender opera.
I think that's what he's saying.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I asked Siri. I said, Siri, what is hyperbole? And then she just said Bill Gates. So
There you go.
So that was the answer in response to Bill Gates that's trying to say we're going to lose a lot of funding and we're going to lose a lot of lives and things due to taking away the money from U.S. aid, because he feels as if he does a lot of business with them and he doesn't think that it's right for him to take away the monetary from U.S. aid. Now we come to a situation where I want to bring this directly to, because it affects my friends and my people in the industry that I'm in, as well as families and lives that have been, affected by this situation right here. I want to talk about Irving Lorenzo, who passed last night of heart complications. They're saying that, as you all know, Irving Lorenzo, he started his career as a DJ. He was spinning records, local clubs before making his way into making production and growing with artists like DMX, introduced to the game, Jay-Z, a lot of different influences like Ashanti. He created Murder Inc., Murder Inc. record label, and Ja Rule was one of his artists as well. He managed them, one of his major friends as well. But we lost him yesterday. He's 54 years old to heart complications. Just want to send a prayer to his family and let them know that us over here at the bottom line, we really miss and we are affected by situations like this. Maybe not directly, but because of the means and the reasons why. I say this because Irving Lorenzo passed due to the fact that he had heart complications. He had diabetes as well. And he had been having a lot of issues, complications. And a few days ago, he went into the hospital and they had him on life support and he didn't make it. So as of last night, he's no longer with us. So I don't know if you know who Irving Lorenzo is. He basically, like I said, Murder Inc., Ja Rule. If it wasn't for him, a lot of artists wouldn't have made it in the industry. Like I said, he discovered DMX and he brought Leo Cohen to a studio in Yonkers so that, what's his name? Leo Cohen could hear him rap. And because of that, DMX got to deal with the label Def Jam, and they started going from there. Started other issues, other situations as well. A lot of production. His family is definitely going to miss him. He was a very strong family man. If you watch videos, you see him saying a lot of powerful things about family and life, which lets me know that's why I need to keep on getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, because I could sleep, but sleeping is not getting me anything. I sleep when I'm done. I just want to keep on putting in the work and being able to communicate and get my message out and being the best that I could be. So that's why I look at things like this, because he's very close to my age. And it made me decide to be vegan, to take care of myself, because I also have the diabetic trait in my family. And a lot of people have passed due to diabetes in my family. So what I started doing was taking care of myself. I do 400 push-ups a day. I do 400 burps a day. That's why I look like this. Why? Because I'm fighting against stuff like that. And I did it years ago before it caught up to me. I made sure that I started cutting certain things out of my diet. You can be lazy as well. And I'm not trying to be hard when I say this. But my sentiment is, and what I do is, I smell a burger and eat a salad. Bottom line, your body don't know what you're full off of. You know what you're full off of. Yes, you got those taste buds and those are tingling and you have the cravings for certain things, but we know that we shouldn't be eating that stuff. That's how I just took that in, and I don't play when it comes down to my nutrition and the way I take care of myself. So with that being said, I hope you can take that positive note out of a negative. That's something that terrible happened to someone that passed due to the fact that he had a high level of sugar. He had, my mom had the same thing. Like I said, my mom died of diabetes that went on into liver and kidney failure, which is called renal failure. And they leave after that. And the doctors diagnose it just like that. And they come into the room and they tell you that your person or your family has expired due to something like that, just like that. So if that can't be strong enough to make me want to change my life and the way I live and to push hard and to grind, I don't know what else can. So again, I want to give you guys words of inspiration and let you know that even if you're going through any sort of health things, anything that's keeping you down, people trying to hate on you, whatever like that, take negatives, squeeze that lemon out, make the best lemonade that you can make, tell them to get your back and keep on doing what you got to do. Rest in peace, Irving, Lorenzo. And I want you to know that you was a very major inspiration to me. Once men go in this age, in this time, you hear about them for 1 or 2 days and they're gone and that's it after that. You don't hear no more about them. So you're going to get some love on my platform because hopefully somebody do that for me. Get them! One love. Now we're going to keep on moving, y'all. And with our love and prayers, we send that up. We're going to 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 keep on moving, y'all. Shake it off. Don't feel too bad. I don't want to take the flow of the show down, but I do want to make sure that, we giving them his flowers and we give people their props because I would want that myself. And I'm a fair person in life. So that's how we rock over here. So let's keep it going on these eggs. Like I told you, and I know you saw the headline, the thumbnail. You saw the thumbnail with the golden eggs, right? Why wouldn't you think that since they cost so much, that people would try to steal them? Yeah. Anything that the price goes up, now you got people out here like this. Oh, eggs, huh? So now you got people out here literally hijacking the egg trucks, doing whatever they can do to take eggs. Like, nothing is safe. Nothing is safe. Once they find out it's a possibility to go somewhere with it, it's crazy. So here we got a situation where 100,000 eggs worth $40,000 was stolen from an egg supplier.
Just coming into our newsroom, state police investigating after 100,000 eggs were stolen from an egg producer in Greencastle. $40,000 worth of organic eggs stolen from Pete and Jerry's Organics.
Why not, right?
Saturday.
Why not?
Troopers say the eggs were taken from the back of a distribution trailer around 8:40 p.m. Anyone with information asked to contact state police in Chambersburg. I buy those eggs at the grocery store.
So the crazy thing about that is, like I said, as soon as criminals find out something is worth something, they going for it. And especially in the times that we're in right now, because everybody is exactly broke and exactly hungry. Let me put my thumbnail, my thumbnail back up so we can stay on course. Had to put that other thumbnail up there. All right, let's get up in these comments and see what we got going on, because we got 212 people in the building, but we only got 29 likes. I'm gonna have to ask you guys, whoever's in the building, do me a favor so we can get the notifications out. Let's try to match the likes with the people that's in here. I know people going jet right now because I know that's how y'all do it, but it's all good because we're gonna have more people come in once we drop these other bangers. It's all good. So double tap that screen for me and let me know that you appreciate the content, because I'm up 6 o'clock in the morning and you get no money for doing lives. I get like 3 cents, dead ass. Gets no money for doing this. Ain't trying to tell you my business, but let's just keep it real. I don't get paid nothing for doing this. So do me a favor, if you appreciate the content and your boy, I'm just gonna ask you to double tap that screen so we can keep the flow going, let other people know that we're here and we can get those numbers up. And then we can break some numbers and maybe in the future, we can start working on some advertising. But I'm willing to work and get it rocking. All I'm asking you guys to do is understand the mission. Double tap that screen. Let's get those numbers up so people can come over here. What y'all got going on? Get the numbers up. So I appreciate that. All right, we got 4 people that listen. Okay, cool. Now where we at with it? Paul South, Gulf of America, bow down. What we got? Maligator, Paul, you have serious mental issues. We got TXT Ornado, what a loser. Moderator, is this your life? What else we got? Get some help, bud. What else we got? Okay, I see. All right, I got to get some people out of here. I got to get some people out of here. So, all right, y'all want me to, all right, so I see what y'all got me doing now. I tried to be nice. Here we go. Billy Andy, I'm going to take this because I appreciate it. I ain't getting nothing else, but I appreciate it. I see what you're saying, Billy. I appreciate that. Bill Andy, you're always positive. You're always upbeat. You're consistent, hard work, and dedicated. It's coming. You got it coming. It will be great. Thank you so much, Bill. I appreciate that. I'm only taking the good comments now and showing love to people that show me love. Everybody else that's acting up, I'm about to get y'all up out of here, and it's about to be dirty. So, and since I got no real numbers up there, I'm really about to start acting a fool anyway. Chad C, 8,700 so far deported. There we go. Tell them like it is. Haunted facts. Yeah, I'm about to go in. Trump is a loser, so is Elon. Okay, you can have your opinion here, no problem. Go for it. Let me see what else we got. S. Moore, Trump just deported lots of immigrants. You could do your part to raise egg prices by going and working for those farmers for a couple of bucks an hour. They could do that. I know who ain't. I ain't doing it. Let's give Elon a big shout out for exposing U.S. aid. Let's do that. Are you red or blue, boo? I'm not any. I'm in the middle. I'm life. Want everything good for all of us, y'all. Local things. Trump will make eggs cheaper. All right, cool. So we're going to keep on going. And now we had some people in the comments talking about tariffs. So we're going to go ahead and see how tariffs can impact the economy. Because again, I've noticed a lot of people that don't understand tariffs, and all they're worrying about is the prices going up and not understanding that sometimes tariffs are used as a negotiation point, as to negotiate with, not actually to implement.
Chinese-made products coming to...
This was me, struggling to keep up with posting consistently on YouTube and getting less
So
views.
since a lot of people talking about tariffs right now, let's go here.
Chinese-made products coming to the U.S., such as cell phones, TVs, and computers, now face a 10% tariff.
But if you're looking to buy any of these items, you still have some time before the price goes up. Fox 5's Richard G. Coase breaks down what you should know.
With Super Bowl weekend fast approaching, you may be trying to find the place with the biggest TV screen. Well, some are on sale here at PC Richards on the Upper West Side, but these sales could slow come spring if that tax on China stays in effect.
China doesn't want me to say, well, now you added 10% to the TV, I'm not going to buy a TV anymore. That hurts their economy. So I think sometimes we see them lower the price so that I still buy that product.
Some of these TV brands like LG and Samsung are partially made in China or housed in the country before being shipped to the United States. Experts say although there's no reason to panic yet, the price of your next...
Now do me a favor, since I'm teaching you guys this, do me a favor. Let's double tap that screen and get those numbers up because we're looking sad with 52 likes. If you guys appreciate the content, let's double tap that screen because that's all you got to do. You don't have to move. You don't have to do nothing else but this. Double tap the like to let more people know so that we can get more in here. I need to get more people educated on what we got going on so that we can get some fat on our brain. If y'all know anything about that, let's go.
TV could become more expensive, all the more reason why a strong economy is imperative to keeping costs down.
The dollar is strengthening on this. So my dollar goes a lot further today than it did yesterday. I can buy more with the cost of $1 than I could yesterday. That's good. That offsets the inflationary impact.
Taylor Riggs, who co-hosts The Big Money Show on the Fox Business Network, says companies will do their best to adjust before passing the buck to consumers, either shifting manufacturing or absorbing some of the cost.
We're going to have to see again which manufacturers have the most exposure. Are they 100% made in China? Are there portions that are gathered? Remember, after COVID, supply chains are diversified. We now no longer only make things in China.
Did you ever hear that old adage, never buy a TV right before the Super Bowl, always wait until after when the big deals happen this year? You may want to change those habits. Buy a TV if you're in the market for it now before.
Because what's going to happen is now all of the like LG, Samsung, Sony, Everybody on their side, they're going to lower their prices if they're smart. Because if not, those TVs are going to just be sitting there. And if we know technology, technology shouldn't sit for too long. Because next thing you know, the next one's coming out, the next one's coming out, the next one's coming out. And they're messing up their product line. They're messing up their distribution line as well. So they got to get those products out at the same time. So like they said in the conversation, when it comes down to television and electronics, they're going to try to absorb some of those prices and some of those on their own side. Local Thing says Elon is a hero. Chad C, not one original idea or invention. Copycat. Okay, what else we got here? Internationals, have you looked into how much all these government employees make? Okay, Marita, people are crazy if they think these companies are going to eat these costs. Local Things, you're ignorant. Oh, wait a minute. Chad, I didn't say that, Local Things. Chad C said that. I was just reading it. All right, so now I have to get some people out. Come on, Chad, stop, man. You cool. I know you don't do that. Keep it up. Stop that, yeah. Congratulations, my friend. What's that? Gilmore Condi. Thank you. Local Things, Chad, explain. Oh, yeah, y'all going back and forth. It's all good. It's all good. Y'all talking. The new agency is what I meant, Sally Jean. Local Things, Chad got nothing. LMAO. Y'all got me reading this stuff like I'm down with y'all beef. Divine Operator. Elon Musk is just playing 3-card Monty with his investors. Y'all think so? And someone else said that they don't feel as if the companies are going to absorb some of these costs. And why would you not think that? Because they don't want to sit, like I said, they're not going to want this stuff sitting on the floor. They're not going to want that stuff sitting on the floor. And these are not the only things that's happening. Y'all, like I said earlier, there's 17 days he's already been moving. Major situations are going on with the Fed, US aid, and now guess where else? The CIA. Trump is actually offering the CIA a buyout to get rid of a lot of the administrators and the different people that are working in there. So what he did recently was he sent the buyout and offered all of them, the entire workforce inside of the CIA, offered them the buyout in order to leave. I don't know how you buy out an entire agency, an organization like the CIA, but yeah, he basically went as far to do that. And it's sweeping throughout the whole, there's no chamber that has not been affected when it comes down to this.
As the FBI, now it's the CIA that's facing a major shakeup. America's spies agency.
ChatGPT can now create website wireframes. With our new custom GPT,
so every department is
being offered sweeping buyout. That means every CIA staffer can quit in exchange for about 8 months' pay. The move is meant to weed out those who don't support the MAGA agenda, and the buyouts are meant to support the agency's new goals of targeting drug cartels and undermining China. Meanwhile, over at the J. Edgar Hoover building, it's even more tense. The FBI today complied with a DOJ demand to give information on thousands of agents who worked January 6th cases. We're talking about ID numbers and job titles, not names. Several FBI agents even filed a lawsuit accusing the DOJ of conducting a loyalty purge. The acting director of the FBI, Brian Driscoll, has tried to stand in the way, defending the rank and file and becoming somewhat of a G-Man folk hero along the way, with AI memes like this one, celebrating him for pushing back on the agency's purge. But soon, Driscoll will have to face his new boss, the newly confirmed Attorney General Pam Bondi, who begins her first full day tomorrow.
So you see how that happened? Y'all see how that happened? All of this other stuff going on, they got him on a coin, and then all of a sudden, who pulls up? Boom, boom, boom. Miss Congeniality, boo, 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 boo. Miss Congeniality pulled up on him how you doing? How you guys doing? Do me a favor, y'all double tap that screen. Let me get down there some of these comments, see what you guys got going on. What y'all think about this story right here? Chad C, guys corrupt. In your face if you don't care, cool. Trump businessman, Trump businessman. Trump is the GOAT. That's what Local Thing said. What else we got? We got Truth Hurts on stupid stuff in other countries that doesn't have anything to do with Americans. I don't know what you're talking about. Aspen Denny, eggs have been $5 and $6 for years. Chad C, 160 million buy dump coin and blah blah coin. No coin man in the White House. All right, we got Aaron Fields. Welcome to the channel. Egg prices don't have nothing to do with Trump's tariffs. First of all, the prices started going up with bird flu, and many farmers have been having to call their KILL their chickens. Thank you for educating me on that, because I definitely didn't really know what was going on. So I appreciate you for that. What else we got? Trump is a boss and they hate, and Dank said that. Local things, Trump had 5 bankruptcies and he's still a billionaire. LMAO. Aaron Fields, KILL. I know what you're saying. I got you.
Lots to get to on all of this tonight with National Security Attorney Mark Zaid and former top...
Yeah, we already talked about that. So we already said it. Y'all know what's coming down. We got the CIA. They've been sent buyouts. So they all got to get up out of there.
Counterterrorism executive at the FBI, Christopher O'Leary, who's currently a senior VP for global operations at the Sufin Group. Thank you both for being here. Chris, let me begin with you. I want to know what your reaction is to now CIA employees, all of them really, being offered buyouts. Combine that with the FBI news. Everyone's wondering, is this going to put Americans in danger?
Well, Laura, simple answer is yes. The combination between the FBI and the CIA, those are 2 of our primary agencies responsible for our national security. Whether it's counterterrorism, great power competition, you name it, from head to toe, those 2 organizations are what protect America along with the Department of Defense. Eroding the workforce or really getting after the morale and really empowerment of the workforce is going to have a direct impact on national security at every level.
I think over the last couple of years, we've seen questionable situations go on with the FBI. I could see also why they're skeptical and nervous about Donald Trump at this point, because he is seeming like he wants to single out certain individuals from January 6th. Like they said, not their specific names and everything, but he's trying to single out their titles and basically their like their numbers. Basically, it's kind of like getting a list of everybody to see if they could, get rid of this person, substitute them with this person, getting rid of a lot of people because of what's going on. And I don't know if I directly agree with it, but he did say a lot about shaking up the inside of the CIA as well as the FBI. And a lot of people basically voted for him for that, as well as what he's doing on the border. Tupac Shakur murder investigation 2023. Brother, you have something between your feet. No, I don't. Aaron Fields, the border, white. Sorry, that was a good try though, but I'm on point. I'm too nice for that. Aaron Fields, yes sir. If you haven't seen the tariffs in Colombia, Mexico, they will back down within a day and decide to work with Trump. Colombia offered President. That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody keep on saying this stuff about the tariffs, but it's not even getting to that part. So we haven't felt any of the punch yet. It's about to happen though, like with the electronics and stuff, like they said, right before Super Bowl, it's gonna happen. So it's not like some of you guys aren't correct in saying we're gonna feel it, because it definitely is probably gonna happen sooner more than later. We got another situation that y'all probably want to check into. It's the 59 Brims gang. And it was over I think it was like a bunch of them that were taken out. We just got them, the 59 Brims gang basically got locked up in Brooklyn. They're doing a lot of investigations. They got a lot of inside information. The 59 Brims, I'm not sure if that's the same guys that were down with the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation. I don't normally cover stuff like this, but since it impacted an area that I'm local to and I know, and that it's really impacted a lot of lives, I did want to take some time to look into it, because anytime people that hurt people get taken up out of here with the silver bracelets, it's always a good thing. So let's show the work that they're doing in taking down these dudes.
Accused gang members facing charges. More than a dozen accused gang members facing charges in connection with a slew of shootings.
They all took place in South Brooklyn, and as Fox 5's Richard G. Covis shows us, in many cases, innocent bystanders were caught in the crossfire.
Gang terror caught on surveillance footage. A barrage of bullets, 40 of them, fired on a street corner while an innocent family with a baby.
She got a little baby right here too. This is why y'all could talk anything y'all want about it, but I don't mess with Brooklyn. No, thank you. I don't care. You couldn't give me free rent to stay in Brooklyn. Y'all always be like, oh, what Brooklyn, Brooklyn? I'm from Harlem. Yeah, I ain't messing with no Brooklyn. Manhattan keeps on making it. Brooklyn keeps on taking it. Bronx is creating it. Nah, Queens don't keep on faking it. And they never added Staten Island to that. But we got 5 boroughs, y'all. But this right here is crazy. Got the family ducking down on the corner. And why I would never, no matter how much you pay me, go live in Brooklyn. My people laugh at me about when I say that. But I'll be honest with you. This is why I stand behind it. Yes, things can happen anyway. But I'd rather not be in places like this.
We're caught in the crossfire.
Gang terror caught on surveillance footage. A barrage of bullets, 40 of them, fired on a street corner while an innocent family with a baby walks by and ducks down for their lives. Another man runs through the lobby of a building. Behind him, gunshots are fired. Everyone inside runs and gets down. Then there's another who's staked out inside a sneaker store. There he is, they say. A half hour later, he leaves and gets shot in the middle of a public street in Bay Ridge. 2 innocent bystanders are also shot.
Complete mayhem and terror. You know, we refuse to normalize this behavior.
These are just some of the alleged members of the 59 Brims Bloodhound Brims gang. 14 of them, including a 15-year-old, were charged with a 129-count indictment.
Heartless, don't care, out there acting like they, what do they call, they act like they're in grand theft. They really act like they're in like simulation. They really do. They really do. Andrew L. said, last time I was in Brooklyn, it was a bunch of hipsters moving in. Shit, that's crazy. That's because it depends on the neighborhood you're talking about. When you're talking about Park Slope or certain areas that have a lot of police presence, you might not get that. But to tell the truth, what's crazy is they'll have a projects right here and it'll be a condo across the street. So think about this. If you live in the projects, you looking at them like this, like you salivating. It's crazy, but you don't just move anywhere just because the apartment is available. Trust me. Clumpy said they're not going to get rid of, they're going to imprison him. Local Thing said Trump for emperor. And then we got Brittany said, Galactic, you find the most anything. What do you mean? You act like America has nothing. They're talking to each other. Keep on going.
On murder and weapons possession for violent
And
crimes
these kids are
committed throughout the
15
Sheepshead
years old.
Bay and
15.
Coney Island neighborhoods in 2021 and 2022. Brooklyn District Attorney Eric Gonzalez announcing the charges Wednesday and then reading text messages exchanged between those alleged gang members, describing the disappointment that they didn't shoot and kill their intended target.
They say it's a bad drill. And the person that we allege, Antoine Favorite, says, how was it a bad drill? He's asking, like, how was it a bad drill? We chased, they shot at their rivals. He says, because nobody got hit.
According to the indictment, the alleged gang members revealed an intent to murder opposing gang members through music videos, recorded jail conversations, cell phone evidence, and Facebook and Instagram posts.
So when they call it going on drills, that's what a drill is. Drill rap, that's what it's supposed. That's basically what it means. Yeah, going to war with each other. It's ridiculous. They're just kids, 15 years old. This is crazy, ain't it? Do me a favor, y'all. Do me a favor. Double tap the screen. Double tap the screen and let everybody know that we're here. We manufacturing nothing you're currently using. A Local Thing says, because you know you lose, right? Okay, they might not have turned on out this way. They might have not turned out this way. Mad that this compass line, everyone is first after it slowly had to make stuff up so he doesn't lose face. Example, what is he saying? He forgot from Mexico and Canada a lie. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Don't know what you're talking about.
There's a dangerous narrative out there that this kind of criminality has no consequence in New York City.
This is another person that I do not think should be the police commissioner of New York City. This is another person that I think should not be the police commissioner of New York City. This is another person that I think should not be the commissioner of New York City. This person says she's scared to go into the train station. I don't even think that she ever made an arrest. She probably did good with numbers somewhere. That does not equate to being the commissioner of a city like New York. What's your record? What have you done? I do not think this person needs to be the commissioner. We need a stronger person to be in here, not this person. This is crazy.
That narrative needs to be rewritten, and today's 129 count indictment is a good start.
Despite that takedown, the Brooklyn DA says that 2024 was the safest year in Brooklyn's history when it comes to gun violence.
Are they reporting it? How are we sure that the numbers have been reported? Because you know a lot of times they deflate or they inflate numbers to make it work for them. So I have questions on that, especially when it comes down to the borough of Brooklyn. Because like I said, I don't even go over there. And I'm not looking to go over there anytime soon. So now what we got going on here? Let's keep on going. I see y'all really off. I'm looking for somebody to get up out of there because I know there's like a ringleader that's in them comments that's making all this happen. I'm just waiting to see who I can get. Because as soon as I find that person, bow, and then the whole head gonna come off, and everybody gonna have to fall in line. Because right now, there's nobody paying attention to what's going on right now. I don't know what's happening right now. Let me see. Yeah, we about to hit him. I'm about to hit him. I'm about to hit him. And you can't. Okay, it is. Nah, local, you acting up too. You my man, but you acting up too. So you gotta chill. I need you to fall all the way back and fall into what we're doing. Like Andrew L, NYPD, biggest gang there. It is sad. Andrew L, thank you. I appreciate you for staying on topic and respecting the fact that I'm doing work over here. And the numbers is sucking. We got 201 people in the building, and we got 95 likes. The reason why we only got that many people in the building is because when I was asking for those likes earlier to alert other people, y'all wasn't looking. So I'm really about to change my style, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be anal. I don't want to start coming for people that I love, but I will, because once I hide you, you can't come back. Please don't do that. Let's stay on point. Y'all acting up, and I don't do this. Y'all ain't giving me no bread for this. I don't make no money off y'all. No coffee, no likes, no nothing. I could chill. That ain't enough for me. Real talk. I don't have to do this. Y'all could, like you say, some people that say, why you even do that? We could watch our own clips. You can. You sure can. You can watch your own clips. You do not have to be here. But we're gonna go, the people that do want to be here, woo, y'all motherfuckers making this rough today. A Sydney woman, she won 100 million in the lotto jackpot. The reason I'm showing love to Sydney is because they show love to me. You guys don't want to hear about Australia, what's going on in other places? Kick a rock for a block.
A Western Sydney woman is waking up $100 million richer this morning after taking out the entire Oz Lotto jackpot. Today, correspondent Lara Vella joins us in the studio with more. Lara, clearly you're not the winner. How did this woman react?
I know, Jane, me and probably not you either. This is the kind of rags to riches tale that most of us can only dream about. Jane, I want you to picture this morning. It's 10 o'clock in the evening. You're tucked up in bed. You're just gently starting to fall asleep at the end of maths when you get a call. Now, at that time of night, you might possibly think that something's gone wrong. But not last night. It is the authorities from Oz Lotto calling you to tell you that you have claimed $100 million. That is exactly what happened last night to one woman from Elizabeth Hills in southwestern Sydney who claimed the entire Division 1 prize, Jane. She works 7 days a week to make ends meet, but not anymore. She says she's going to go on a holiday and now she's going to buy a house too. And good for her. We love a good news story here, don't we, as well, Jane? Now, don't worry, it's not all bad news for the rest of us. These are the winning numbers on your screen right now. There were more than 1 million other prizes in Divisions 2 to 7 last night. So although you may not have won the $100 million like that woman from Elizabeth Hills, you might have won $5 probably.
Money back.
I'll take it though.
$100 million. What would you guys do with $100 million? Answer that. What would y'all do with $100 million right now? You don't have to go to work no more. You could tell your boss, remember that song? Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. Remember that song? What would y'all do if you happened to get a phone call last night that said, you, congratulations, have won $100 million. Just imagine that right now, y'all. Woo! A lot of curse outs like, yo, remember that time? Be calling up ex-girlfriends. Yeah, remember you ain't want to go out with me? Y'all will be going in right now. What we got here? Truth Hurts. Truth Hurts gave me $19.99. Oh my God, I feel bad. Y'all, I went off on y'all. Don't do that, man. I mean, I feel bad now because I don't really ask people for nothing, but I really appreciate that. You show some love on, and you appreciate me. So I get about $17 out of that. I really appreciate that. You know, showing some love to me. And I want to make sure that you guys stay around. You people like y'all, that's the reason why I keep doing this, because the ones that actually appreciate me. And the reason why I made music, I kept on doing music, is because I was about to stop, and then I had like one person from overseas call me like, yo, you're the reason why I learned how to rap or how to learn English. I'm like, man, get out of here. Next thing you know, he proved it. You sent me some stuff and was like, I learned how to speak English off of one of your rap songs. So it's like, it's always like one or two people that stand out that make people want to continue doing what they're doing. And I appreciate y'all for that. And that's why I had to single you out for that. Who's that? LOL, $5. I appreciate you, bro. Get a coffee. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that too. Local things, I like thrice. I know local things, but you got to chill out. That's why, you see what I'm saying? It's like family over here. We could argue with each other, but I don't kick you out and I don't see you doing nothing crazy, because I like seeing your name. I like when you come through. I like certain people. I know who y'all are. I don't know you like that, but when I see you come through and we communicate, I'm like, oh, somebody that understands, somebody that can. So when I see you go down a rabbit hole, it's like, damn, he not paying attention to what we got going on, like the matter at hand. And I really look at you guys like my co-hosts, because we feed off of each other. I don't want to just, like y'all always say, we could be doing clips. I could do clips all day. You could do your own clips, and I could just be going like this. But when we don't talk, there's no communication. That makes no sense. And then I'm turning around to explain to y'all, and it's like y'all talking about y'all own stuff that y'all got going on. So yeah, that's the reason why I wig out sometimes. And plus, I swear to you, we was getting like 48,000 last week. When y'all do that with no communication, we get like 162 people in the building. They start leaving. It gets really bad for me. I don't have no reason to lie. And it makes me like, yo, why am I getting up at 3 o'clock to make sure that the lights is right and to smoke the little L before I do whatever? And then by 5 o'clock, I got to make sure that this is right. I got to touch this to make sure this is active. Keep on. This shit ain't easy. And I'm analog. I don't know how to do StreamYard. I don't know how to just sit there and be like, yo, look at this, what everybody else is doing. And also, I think it's better because I'm in the camera this way, and I'm not just straight jacking them for all their content. You think I don't think about that? Why I keep myself in the video screen, and why I keep on stopping, and I don't try to just, it's a reason for every single thing that I do. I'm that person. I'm very detailed. I don't play. Even this right here, think about it later. It's all I do. So if I'm dedicating my time and myself to doing all of that, the least you could do is show some appreciation and stay on point while you're here. And if you want to go a little crazy, just say it in the comments and I'll get in there with you. But don't take the whole show off, of course, because when you do that, it messes the whole show up in a major, major way. Tell y'all today, we're going to probably get 15,000 views. And that sucks. You know why? Because we better than that. We better than that. When we was getting 58 the other day, Sunday, we got like 58. Since then, since y'all been beefing in the comments, 20, 24, we've been sucking. Nobody want to send no likes out, but you feeding off my clips and the commentary that's here. It's like you want to chill with us, but you don't got no snaps on the petrol. But I can't say nothing about it because, oh, he's flipping and da-da-da-da-da. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense, man. Now we're going to keep on going and finish this story. We're going to keep our little 15,000 likes or whatever with 100 and something, little couple of people in the building. I do appreciate y'all, though. I ain't going to lie, because it could be nobody.
So that's not even a coffee in Sydney these days.
It's not even a coffee in most places. Oh, well. Well, good luck to that woman, though.
I love when good things happen to good people.
Yeah, I'm a good person. I'm going to go play me some lotto, so maybe I ain't got to do YouTube no more. Real talk, because this shit here, this is less than minimum wage. Real talk. But let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, because where we at right now, we're at Katt Williams. Mr. Williams has purchased Fort McClellan, and he plans to make a production studio. I might go work with him. Maybe I send him my information. He might like my content, the way that I communicate.
About Katt Williams building a production studio in Anniston.
Today, WVTM 13's Zoe Blair made the trip to get some answers.
On the other side of this fence is the old Fort McClellan property. In November, rumors started popping up that comedian Katt Williams had bought it. Today, Anniston Mayor Jack Draper confirmed that news to us, saying Williams plans to turn it into a production studio. Before Fort McClellan closed down in 1999, it was a major force in Anniston's economy. Mayor Draper says he hopes the new studio can have a similar economic impact. The mayor tells us Williams and his team are already in the process of moving in, and the city has been working with them.
This is a sector of the economy that I think could be transformational for this region. We as a city have met with Mr. Williams' team consistently over the last few months, as have city staff. But you know, you're talking about jobs. You're talking about construction projects, not only for the city.
Now, I've heard about you buying a government building or a government, but a whole fort. They selling forts out here. I wonder how much they bought that fort for. But I think it's going to be good for the economy, hopefully. But then think about it, like, in order for it to be good for the economy, it has to be functioning. There has to be projects coming out of there, like the way that, what's his name, Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry has his own compound that he shoots off of. 50 Cent also just got one in Shreveport, and he got a lot of tax breaks because he brought the business down to a place like that. So I think that's going to be good for at least that. And then knowing that somebody like a Katt Williams has that there, it gives people that didn't probably have the interest in going to visit that place, it gives them more interest to want to go visit it. So I think that that's going to be good. But as far as like projects and stuff like that, he should probably, my advice is like bringing other producers and other directors and try to bring a lot of people in. Because when you have, see, another thing is too, you got to realize, once you have that much space, just like 50 Cent when he had the property in Connecticut, he had it like Mike Tyson's house. You got to realize you got to have people to maintain it, the lights, the gas. This is not government funding anymore. He's going to have to fit the bill for that. So on the other side of it, he's going to have to produce in order to make monetary for it to make sense. So there's a lot that goes along with that. I wish him all the best. Seems like the first comedian that ever did something like that. And like, I think it's going to be good for him and it'll be good for the economy. Rena, yes, local things. Ricky, like what? Okay. Joe Viviano, so you're saying after 2 weeks, Trump should have magically replaced in 500 million of chickens? And then we got, Ricky Hits. Bruh, Trump's made a debt for things that we already had, made a deficit. Tyler Perry is gonna mess with Katt. Just know it. LOL said Tyler Perry is gonna mess with Katt. 50 Cent went and got some information on Tyler Perry before he got his compound, so I don't know. Andrew L. Fort is wild. I wonder if it's public or how much he paid. I think it's public information. That's what I was talking about. I wonder how much he paid for it, and I'm sure it is public information. I'm sure it is. I want to make sure I got everybody that put those super chats out because I appreciate you guys. Again, Truth Hurts, thank you so much. And I want to give more love to everybody else that gave out them super chats. I really appreciate that, y'all. What else we got going on here? Let's keep it moving. What else we got here? Oh yeah, this is something I wanted you guys to see. This drug dealer, he crashed this BMW. This was kind of crazy. I'm talking about, he was drunk, doing like 130 miles per hour. He crashed in an IM56. Young kids out here, again, they be doing the drifting and wilding out with their cars and everything. I know you guys probably already see it all the time. It's prevalent on like TikTok. You see them at nighttime with the cameras, and they get really close to the cars too, like when they're doing the drifting and everything. So it's like I said, the younger you are nowadays, it seems like they're living in simulations, like they're living in Grand Theft Auto, which is why it seems as if they can do stuff like that they're doing, act the way that they're acting, and then it's just all like for views or whatever like that. Yes, we all love views, but not that kind of views. But this is a little different situation right here, because this guy was drunk and he crashed. He crashed his BMW doing 130 miles per hour. Actually, he's lucky to be alive.
This is the moment a drug dealer smashed a car up after a 130-mile-per-hour chase along the M56. Last September, police in Cheshire attempted to stop a grey BMW 325 on the motorway. It was being driven by Meredith Francis with his partner in the passenger seat. Despite initially complying, Francis then made off from police. He narrowly missed an HGV and then reached speeds of up to 139 miles per hour on the M56. The chase ended in a crash at Junction 10 when the BMW crashed into a Toyota Hilux.
Vehicles caught.
Remarkably, occupants of both cars didn't sustain serious injuries.
Vehicles crashed. Junction 10. Crashed into a man with a public. Come here. What's your name, bud?
Not too much you could say about that, but got him. I mean, he was trying, he was doing his thing, maneuvering. He probably would have got me a long time ago because of the simple fact that I wouldn't know where to turn. All of those crazy dips and turns in the UK, I wouldn't even know what direction to go in. But he gave it a little, he tried a little bit. He tried a little bit to get away, right? He tried it.
Dangerous driving, okay. But obviously I'll go through a drug wipe with you because you stink of cannabis.
After his arrest, police searched an address linked to Francis in North Wales. They recovered 8.6 kilograms worth of cocaine with a potential street value of over £317,000, along with 380 kilograms of cannabis, estimated to be worth up to £3,000.
Anybody in Wales, UK, where y'all tapping in from? Anybody from overseas? Anybody know about this story? Anybody heard about it? Yeah, I feel bad for the other person he hit, but guess what? They glad that they caught him and got him off the street. And I think this is in Wales somewhere. Anybody from overseas?
£500. Around £10,000 in cash, approximately 1,000 cigarettes, a Rolex watch and a pair of Versace sunglasses were also found inside a navy suitcase that belonged to Francis. Francis, 31, of Coed-y-Ben, Wrexham, pleaded guilty to possession with intent to supply Class A drugs, cocaine, and Class B drugs, cannabis, possession of criminal property, and dangerous driving. On Tuesday, 28th of January, he was jailed for 52 months at Mould Crown Court. Follow for more.
All right, so what I'm gonna do now is, since I had a couple of stories I didn't want to bring in, but we're not gonna do no good numbers on this, I'm gonna just go ahead and crash out and bring y'all stuff that would have probably, got this demonetized anyway. It's not gonna do good anyway, so let's rock out. I wanna show you guys something right now because maybe it happened for a reason. Because a lot of times there's some things that you can't show on these platforms because they demonetize you, and like you get the yellow whatever instead of the green one, the yellow money sign instead of the green one, which means that you only get partial or whatever like that. So a lot of times YouTube was make sure that we don't play certain videos so that you don't get struck with things like that. But right now, we're going for the gusto. We're going to crash out on this one. I want you guys to see what's going on right now. This is a human trafficking situation where victims were rescued. There was over 547 arrested. Check this out right here. Might as well give this information up because it's actually a good thing. And as you can see, these are people walking. These are women that are walking the stroll, actually out there, doing what they do. And they got let me just let you guys look at this. It's a sad situation, but I think it needs to be shown.
Human trafficking crackdown led to over 500 arrests statewide. Earlier today, LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman announced the results of the week-long operation involving more than 100 law enforcement agencies. Here in LA alone, more than 230 arrests were made and several minors were rescued.
So a lot of times when you guys see these people out here, you think that they're just like streetwalkers. They're not streetwalkers. They've been brought into this and they've been trafficked here and they've been brought into it by cartels and they have no other place to go. So they actually have to do that. Every time they get arrested, they go get them. So it's not just like a regular streetwalker all the time, or not to say regular streetwalker, but it's also human trafficking. So y'all got to look out for stuff like that too, because it's actually here. Certain neighborhoods in Queens, certain neighborhoods that you might know, other guys might visit it to actually partake. but the majority of it is not cool because in those areas, a lot of other things happen, drugs, criminal things like that. And a lot of these people be underage, minors. They don't look like they're minors, but they are. They dress them up like that, scantily and stuff like that, put them in the street, and they basically work people and children of that. So there's over 500,000 lost children in the United States that have been trapped, that have been brought over the borders. So I think that that's something that we need to pay attention to. And I think that we need to, at least be aware of it. There's nothing that we possibly can do about it, but at least we can bring some light to it and share the information. All right, y'all, we're going to keep it moving right along. I don't know if you were here last week when we showed the story of Mayor Johnson in Chicago, who was pretty peed off because of the simple fact that they were blaming him for a gift room. He had a room with nothing but gifts in there that he was stealing. They said that he was stealing gifts or whatever like that. I don't want to put any words into people's mouths. But Mayor Lightfoot, I think she did an investigation, and a couple of other people did an investigation into Mayor Johnson's gift room. Now they talking about it so much that it's to the point where he's like, you know what? Go in the gift room yourself and see what's in there. And it's a lot of stuff that's in there. Mont Blanc, pens, size 14 shoes. It seems stuff that was actually his size. So maybe it seems like you got caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Now you're just trying to let everybody see, whatever's there because you don't want to look like you're actually guilty of whatever they're blaming you for, Mayor Johnson.
Mayor Brandon Johnson says the public is free to see what's in his gift closet. There's a catch, though.
The mayor's move comes after an investigation showed he wasn't complying with city ethics rules in reporting gifts that he received. Political reporter Paris has the latest on this. Paris?
Yeah, Sylvia, the mayor and his administration are following other administrations' protocols going back to Eugene Sawyer in the 80s, Mayor Johnson says, when it comes to keeping a log of the gifts received and keeping the gifts in a special gift closet at City Hall. Now, you might recall an Inspector General report found that investigators had to make repeated attempts to get access to this list of gifts. They had to go undercover and literally knock on the door of the mayor's office before they finally got a log. But it was incomplete and it did not say where the majority of the gifts came from. Some of those gifts, as you remember, Gucci cufflinks, shoes, very nice bags from designers like Prada and Givenchy. The IG was told the gifts are kept in a closet where one can make an appointment to see it, but she was not impressed by that, saying investigators should have access all the time. Mayor says he doesn't agree.
All right, I'm going to do my best to try to break this down as simplistically as I possibly can. You just can't come to the 5th floor demanding to roam the 5th floor. The FBI can't do that. Just can't do that. And there are people in this department. I want to make this point absolutely clear.
Do me a favor, y'all. If y'all appreciate the content, let's double tap the screen so I can let y'all see the rest of what he's talking about. Let's get those numbers up. Let's double tap that screen. Appreciate you guys. And just so you know, I had to get local things up out of here. I appreciate him. He was mad cool. But local things, have a good day, bro. God bless you. I see somebody else that was going back and forth against him. You might have to go too. No one is going to mess with this platform at all. Y'all not going to mess with me. Like, I ain't playing with that no more. 6 o'clock in the morning doing all that work, I ain't having it. Do me a favor, double tap that screen so we can get them likes up. I will let you see the rest of what Mr. Johnson have to say, but we got to save this show at the end of it. That's what we're going to do. You guys over there that's double tapping and showing that love, I know who you are and I appreciate you guys. We don't play no games over here. Again, this is the damn bottom line. I run this show. Don't play by my rules. You will get up out of here. You like the comment section? You want to stay? Act like it. Double tap that screen. Let's go. Thank you.
And the history of the city of Chicago floor, you just can't come to the 5th floor demanding to roam the 5th floor. The FBI can't do that.
This looks like a man of guilt, especially with the people that you're telling that can't go and investigate. You are a public servant. Whatever's in that room, it came from public people that gave to you. Your job is to serve the public. And whatever gifts you get, you have to claim that. You have to let them know what you got. Because it could be where you're doing it for bipartisan. You could be doing it for favors. That's right. That's the reason why everything has to be logged in. Everybody has to know what's going on. Yeah, because you live in a bubble. Who said that? Okay, I don't live in a bubble. LOL. His goose is cooked. There you go. Now we back. Now we back. Now we back. Brittany said, agreed. He's awful. Kenneth, no way you sound crazy to some of us. Truth hurts. Yes. Brandy, yes. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. Now we working.
Just can't do that. And there are people in this department, I want to make this point absolutely clear. In the history of the city of Chicago, whether it's the OIG or any other individual, has ever asked to see the book log. That's what I want for Chicago.
So the mayor says they will make some changes.
What are you talking about? They've never asked to see the book log. What are you hiding? This is a blatant disregard for authority over you. He's already told Tom Homan that he's not going to be helping with sanctuary cities. He has a meeting himself with the Congress in order to go over his situation with sanctuariness, just like Eric Adams has a situation that he got to go through. If they still want that funding, they're going to have to shut down sanctuary cities in all of these sanctuary cities. And this dude right here, I give him another 6 to 8 months because I think this closet is going to be the reason why he gets kicked out of office. What's in his closet, literally, is going to get him out of office.
So everyone will get to see this gift room very soon because they're going to take video of it and post it online.
Those things are going to be posted publicly so the public knows there's on this list of gifts what came in. Sometimes the items are perishable, so there'll be language that...
Sometimes there's items that are perishable. So we also, the last video, we found out that there were shoes in size 14. I mean, she don't seem like she could fit no 14, but he might. Mont Blanc pins, Louis Vuitton belt buckles. There's even purses in there, like Gucci and stuff like that. And then there's a lot of other stuff that wasn't logged in that's not in there. So that seems like stuff that wasn't logged in that he's probably using and wearing. And if y'all really look at his face, he looked very nervous right now. I mean, he looking at her like. But another thing I want to know is this an internal investigation or is this like an independent investigation? Because if they're videotaping, she's like, how can she be trusted that she's not gonna, give the right information or tell us what's actually in that closet? He might tell her, look, hold me down. Don't do that. MAGA, dumb. Rick Hits. Kwamel Hicks, I'm calling your line. Britt, I'm with you. Britt got some love up in here. 2028 JD Vance. One pissed off veteran. No, I'm not reading that. Ricky Hits. Gabe, I thought it was Biden's fault. Okay, nobody talking about this. Keep it going.
That'll include those will be redistributed. Sometimes when you receive certain categories of gifts, it's more appropriate to then, for the then city mayor to consider nonprofits to re-gift those to. That will also be part of the what will be published going forward.
We just want to know your credibility and your validity because if you're a part of his administration, it's like he's policing himself at this point. I mean, he looks real guilty back there. Because it seems like the public is not letting up on this topic. If y'all really look at him back there, Mr. Johnson, Brandon Johnson, you're looking very, very sketchy back there. And with that being the case, I'm gonna tell y'all, I hope y'all have a good day. I'm gonna make sure I have one. And you always could come here, let me know. You see, I'm throwing off today's closing is crazy. Everything is off kilter. But hey, it happens sometimes. So with that being said, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Guys that gave the super chats, I appreciate you guys. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get better. I'm going to keep on rocking. We got a couple of people out today, and hopefully I don't have to do that tomorrow. I see people have a lot of conversation going on in the chat. I'm going to pay attention to the chat. Maybe we can bring in some more conversations about what your topics are. I see you guys are talking about Joe Biden in there. We had a topic that was about Joe Biden earlier where he was got hired by an agency. Definitely could have chimed in on that. I see a couple of other topics in here as well that we could have definitely covered. I see another super chat right here that I want to go into again. That's the same one that came from Take These Fools Out. No, I got to give love to Thal Farmer. $1.99 super chat. I really appreciate that. Take These Fools Out. I got 2 likes on that. Let me give them another like on that. Appreciate you guys for the coffee and for the bagel this morning. Real talk. Let me see what you got to say. Crypto Nightly. Eggs are only $2 more than they've been for the last few years. It's not the end of the world. Before a drama, President eggs for $8 and some odd cents in store complaining about the extra $2 is. Well, it's about the bird flu. I thought it was about tariffs until somebody told me. I'm going to call you in a few. I don't know what you guys are talking about. All right, cool. Thank you guys. I appreciate you paying attention and being here for today. Until tomorrow, like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Get him! 1.